New England, what do you see in New England? Their back line, they've got a few injuries.
New England, team with two names, New England. No, obviously New England, I'm sure they weren't happy with their result last weekend, so they're going to be motivated to play well at home. Big addition for their team with Kai Kamara, so as they get that understanding down between him and Lee Wynn, and then, obviously there's some question marks there. Is Jerson Kofi going to be able to play? How are they going to replace Watson in the back? Things like that.
They seem pretty wide open when they attack. With Wynn and Kamara, they just go.
Well, yeah, they've got different options there. You got Kellen Rowe on the outside. He can play outside, or he might play inside in midfield. Agudelo, Fagundes, and all those guys. And on the left side, Tierney really likes to get forward.
What's Chad Marshall's status as of today?
Good. Everything was good from yesterday, and he progressed through everything today, so he's full in.
Let's go ahead.
Any change to the road itinerary to try to get a win, or it's just we've been doing what we do, and
I know we're going to wear pink uniforms, do something different, So we're sort of going to go the Palermo route in Italy, and we'll go with the pink. Or Sport Boys in Peru, I think, wears pink
Team
as well.
vote or your choice?
I told them pink is the new black, and they bought it. We're just gonna, I think our routine on the road has been decent, and I think we've been, with the exception of the Colorado game, like I said, I think we've been in games. Even in Dallas, I thought we were in the game. So it's just a matter of what we've been talking about, us finishing our opportunities. We've been working on that again this week, and hopefully the dam will break.
Are you guys actually wearing pink?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a breast cancer thing or something.
Okay. With Dempsey and Valdez out, who are you looking at up front?
That was good. I convinced you, huh?
With Valdez and Dempsey at Copa America, who are you looking at up front?
Well, there's options. You got Morris and you got Gomez. Ivanchitz has played on the wing for us as well. With Oalex Anderson being out, Darwin Jones will travel, so he's a possibility there. Also, Kovar's played as one of our wingers as well.
So, like you said, is it more just about what happens, and finishing, as opposed to who's up there? We kind of have the strategy, we just got to finish.
Yeah, I think, as a team, we like the way we're playing. We like our ability to hold on to the ball. We like the possession that we're getting. We like how we're getting the ball forward, and it's just a matter now of finishing those final opportunities, getting a little more plays in the final third, and when we get in and we get good looks, making sure that we finish some of those looks, because if we would have done that on Saturday night, that would have been a different game.
Do you remember any of your teams through all the years, college, pro, being in this situation?
It's probably happened. I try not to remember it. I usually try and forget that. As with anything right now, it's disappointing, but at the end of the day, we need to make the playoffs, and so we need to get points. And once you're in the playoffs, I think there's plenty of evidence in the history of MLS that you don't have to be Supporter Shield winners to win the cup. So right now, we just got to get ourselves to the point where we're finishing goals on a consistent basis, and I think good things will happen.
Is there any kind of notion of mindset with this team right now that it's okay, bring on the challenges? You're losing players for Copa America, and you're going on road for a long road trip. Is it kind of nice that it's all coming together to kind of build that mentality of us against the world or something along those lines?
It's maybe a little bit of that. I don't think there's I don't think if you poll the general public, they might say, well, this is going to be really tough for them. I don't see them winning. I think if you polled our fans, I think our fans are fantastic, and they believe in us and they support us, and we want to go on the road and show them that support and that belief is worthwhile.
And Coach, what do you think of the Eastern Conference being so much weaker than the West?
It is what it is. It's hard to say. I think Philly leads the Eastern Conference, and if they were in the West, I don't even think they'd be in a playoff position. So that's just the way it is. Why that is, I can't tell you for sure. But obviously that's the way it is right now. Maybe as the season goes on, it'll even out a little bit because they start playing each other more. And when they play each other more, then there's teams that have to get points, because they play each other. But we've done all right. Our record against Eastern teams has been okay so far. So we got to continue to do that and do well on the road now as well.
potentially random question, but Andreas had mentioned that your guys, whenever they're on particularly long road trips, have been wearing compression pants on the plane. Is that something that's new or something that you guys have been?
That's I'm trying to remember. I think that's 6 years old. You know, or I mean, it was going on already before I even came to Seattle. You know, and, you know, some guys had, you know, bought their own, made their own, you know, borrowed their wife's pantyhose. I don't know what they did in the early years, but you know, but there's certainly companies that make those compression tights, and there's a lot of players that have been doing that. It's been done for a lot of years, you know, in Europe, and it's also been done for a lot of years here, at least 10 years, you know, in this league.
I want to know which ones were wearing pantyhose.
I don't know. I try not to look.
Is there a timeline on Oalex's return?
We've got to see for sure. You know, we're thinking it's probably 3 to 4 weeks.
A Champions League prediction?
Champions League. Who's that? Who's playing in that game?
Those two teams.
Those two teams from Madrid?
Right.
You know, I mean, you would think Real should be the favorite based upon their high-powered players, and they're the more attractive and attacking side, but you can't count Atletico out. You know, the way Simeone's got them to just basically die for each other on the field. You know, I think that's the only way to put it. I think it'll be good. Be a good game. I think it'll be an interesting game. Contrasting styles.
Sure.